sometimes you'll come in here with slow melancholy.
Try Jesus.
Look at slow melancholy. And me and JP be doing the sound. I want to be able to
see
pump it up. What?
Do it right there.
All right, let's go.
Oh, wait. Okay, come on.
Y'all ready?
I want to get this lighting right.
Y'all ready?
Yes.
You ready?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Hey. Come on, Savannah. Savannah. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. We on time tonight. Because guess what? We going to get out of here early tonight. I promise you that. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Yes. Did you put it on where we can see the comment?
Yeah. Make sure pop up.
Okay. Hey, y'all. Come on in. Yes. We have a power-packed show for you all tonight. JB.
What up?
You ready to do? Is that music too loud?
Nah, you good.
I can't see the comments.
Ain't no comments came up yet.
You ain't put it over.
The comments will appear.
Oh, come on, y'all. Come on, everybody. Come on. You ready to rock with me?
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna follow you.
Hey, you know what?
I saw it.
Hey, everybody shout that we here early,
That's right.
Y'all, we gonna be on time. We gonna be on time from now on. Yes. Maestro.
Yes.
What is that you got going tonight?
Rick J. Rick say
What's up? Denise, what's up?
Yes. And our hostess with the mostest, all the way from the ATL, all the way from my Stancil. You in the building, baby. You in the building. Hold on. I can't hear you like I want to hear you. Hold on. Go ahead. What you say, Stancil? Oh, wait a minute. We got to set this up. Go ahead, Stancil. Let me hear you. What's going on, JP?
You talking?
But I can't really hear. Huh? Okay. Something going on. Oh, Lord. Y'all know why we can't hear him?
You ain't plugged up.
Where the party?
Okay, now talk, Stancil.
You gotta put it on.
It's on. Thank you.
I'm in the building and I'm ready to represent.
I know that's right. You ready with that money-making moment?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, JP.
Rashid, what up?
JP, Maestro.
Yes.
Y'all, we ready to do our thing, Fizzle?
Just faint me breezy.
It sure is. All right, JP, go do your thing, Fizzle, my nizzle.
Hey, y'all already know, man. Port to Port Music Group. That's PORT, the number 2 PORT Music Group on all platforms. Y'all make sure y'all like, follow, subscribe. You can download the content. You can listen to the music. You can book your studio time. Port to Port Music Group, PORT, the number 2 PORT Music Group, everywhere, including the website. So y'all make sure y'all check us out every Monday. Listen Up Live Radio, where we showcase local talent, underground talent, and we interview them and stuff like that. Tuesdays, of course, by us, for us, with Miss Alicia Blakely and friends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sponsored by Royal Blunts. Shout out Royal Blunts. If y'all want to sponsor, hit me up, 912-358-6585. If you want to donate to the show, please cash app Port to Port Music Group. That's PORT, the number 2 PORT Music Group, everywhere. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all do that. And every Wednesday, of course, Better Rivals Radio, Truth is Told, Lies Unfold, Sports Talk Radio from a whole different perspective. Y'all make sure y'all check that. And every Thursday, Talk Your Ish with Poe Pimp, Queen Cougar, Doc Wild, and they just cover a plethora of issues. So y'all make sure y'all holler at us. Port to Port Music Group, PORT, the number 2 PORT Music Group everywhere, including Cash App. Send 50 cents if you can.
That's
you know
right.
What I'm saying?
Look here. Send whatever you can, but the bills got to get paid, y'all. The bills got to get paid. I need y'all to like, and share. Let everybody know that we are on the air, and we are on the air early tonight. We have, when I tell you, a power pack show. We got Antonio Hunter here. We got Keisha Brooks. Yes, I said it right. Lord, let me tell you about this young lady. When I tell you, phenomenal, up and coming, abolitionist, advocate, baby, she ain't no joke. I posted a video of this young lady on my Facebook page having a conversation with Kansas City City Council, County Commission, and she just, in less than 10 minutes, told them all about their natural bone behinds. And I am so proud to have her here on the show tonight. But let me go ahead and do my disclaimer. What you hear on this podcast is not necessarily opinion of yours truly. It is the opinion of my guests. If you don't like what you hear, by all means, don't go out in the community and spread negativity. Pick up the phone. Give us a call at 912-631-0731. Let's talk about it like adults. You might change your mind, or you might change the mind of the individual who said what it was that you didn't like what they said. With all of that being said, y'all, we're getting ready to get into the show. And like I said, y'all, I promise you all, we will not be here all night tonight. What time do you think we're getting out of here?
10.
That is so not true.
Every time.
That is so not true. Huh? Y'all look, I'ma show y'all better than I can tell. Y'all listen, we need y'all to like, and share. We come on, we need y'all to share this, because this is going to be
Anna Davis, good evening.
Very good information. Hey Anna, how are you? Okay, y'all, listen. We did today press conference for Fair Fight, Georgia. Y'all, that's where Senate Bill 202 has been written in place by our governor. And, in the end, they're actually taking us back to Jim and Jennifer Crow. Well, we had one of our legislators that called it Eagle Crow. I say, you're right. They're actually putting things in place now to take us back to an era that we should have never even thought about going back to. You understand? It is really sad. Y'all don't even understand, especially our young people, how important it is. You know, the problem is, JP, the ones that's in power right now, they don't want to concede that power to nobody. Right. But I've always been under the mindset, I don't care what you got over there. But doggone it, if I'm paying into the system, I want to get some representation for my money that I'm putting in the system. And they don't want to give up none of that.
That ain't about white supremacy.
White supremacy.
White supremacy know their time is coming to an end.
Mm-hmm.
So they're doing any and everything, even on down to what you see with all the police killings.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, look here. I was looking at TV this morning, and Andrew Brown Jr. of Elizabeth City, North Carolina. This young man was executed. The family said that they wanted the footage. It took them, almost a week to give the family the footage. And then when they gave him the footage, guess what they gave him?
It was altered.
20 seconds.
Yeah.
7 police officers have been put on administrative leave.
Yeah. With pay.
With pay. But check this out. Only 7. You had 7 body cameras? And you mean to tell me out of 7 body cameras, all you got was 20 seconds? Well, listen, another rumor that I heard was that if Derek Chauvin got convicted, then they were just going to stop picking on black people. I heard that rumor. But what I'm looking at now is the fact that you just mentioned earlier that someone lost their life Because he was dating.
Yeah, young kid in Tennessee was going with this girl.
Mm-hmm.
Now her mom white.
Mm-hmm.
She called the police and said that this young kid had a gun and everything at the school, and they went up to the school and they killed him.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And the kid didn't have nothing.
And they found a gun, and he's a small guy. See, like I said before, black people on the battlefield thinking on the playground.
Yes.
We're at war.
Yes, we are definitely at war.
We are at war.
Yes. It's sad. It is really, really sad. I just look at all that's happening in our media.
You know, they don't.
Young people.
They can't have on. They have on blue uniforms. They don't have on.
Beulah May Donald. When CNN did that documentary on Beulah May Donald. Beulah May Donald was the black lady in Alabama that sued the KKK.
Yeah.
Now, when she sued the KKK, she won, I think it was about $7 or $8 million, something to that effect. She actually sued for $10 million.
Yeah.
They could not pay because they didn't have the money. But what they did have was land and the building. She got the land, she got the building. Mm-hmm. But guess what the head of the KKK said? Y'all listen and listen well. That individual said this: we ain't got to put on the robes no more. We ain't got to put on the hoods no more. Put on the uniforms.
Let's
and that is what has been happening.
Not just with the blue uniforms, the white lab jackets. Mm-hmm. See, in every facet in America. See, you know, when you have black folks ask you why everything is about race, I don't even go no further with them.
No.
I don't go no further.
No, I don't even entertain the conversation, because in America right now, in this day and time, it's clear. It's in our faces.
For the last 400 or some years.
Yes, but listen to this right here. What got me was the fact that they've now put into place Asian bill.
Yeah, just like that. But you have never. Let me show you something. Let me tell you something. You know how many times it done went up for hate crime, for the immaterial hate crime, and each time about 200 times, and not one time has it got passed. But in no time, this Asian hate bill, 96-1.
Yes.
96-1.
That's something. Stancil.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I want to hear what you got to say about this, because you grew up, you came in that era at being 70 years old. I mean, you could give us some history lessons.
Okay, so since you're going to ask me, I'm going to tell you, I've said this to you on your show before. At 19 years old, I was in a race riot. I actually saw my girlfriend at the time, her best girlfriend's father, murdered in front of me about 20 yards. Two of my homies were shot, one to the right of me, one to the left of me, and I was in the middle, literally. And it all started in the bar because these white motorcycle gang members wanted to push the brothers around in there, and they wasn't having it. Mm-hmm. So I've seen hate up front, close and personal. Now, when it comes to these executions of black men, because I'm live on your show, I will reserve how I really feel and what we as black men really need to do, and stop talking. I just said a whole damn lot without saying anything.
Okay.
We got to get up off our butt and stop talking. Mm-hmm. Because here's the thing that I learned when I used to gang war. Every dog got to bring his butt to a fight.
Okay.
Okay? And if one dog thinks he can just keep kicking you, that dog will keep on kicking you. Mm-hmm. And if
that's what you call a bully tactic. It's bullying.
That's all white supremacy is. See, they like to ambush our women and the kids. White supremacy has never been straight up.
They're ambushing our women right now.
That's what I just said. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I just said, Brother Stanson. And See, they see all that protesting. I'm not with all that there because America has never got anything through protesting. You think she got what she got through protesting? No, she got everything: murdering, robbing, stealing, looting. You name it, she could claim it. Mm-hmm. See, that white man, he's the father of lies. He's the first rapist, murderer, thief, pedophile, liar. You name it. He's the first. Mm-hmm. He's the first. And see, their time is coming to a near. And see, that's why. When they ask me,
hold on. JP laughing. Why you laughing, JP?
Nah, I'm cool. I'm saying that's Maestro. You know how he giving it up. I can't. You know what can I do?
But I mean,
that's why you think you keep seeing all these commercials with white men, black women, white women and black men. Mm-hmm. See, they know their time is coming to a near.
Yeah, I mean,
I could never do myself by laying up, but me personally, I could never.
But the
laying up with uncooked meat.
The premise is, it from what I'm looking at, and I'm playing devil's advocate now, is that they want to see the people come together. They want to see our cultures come together.
Who wants to see the culture come together?
The people who doing the commercials.
No. I'm telling you what that's about now. Mm-hmm. See, let me tell you something. Do you know? Do you know the death rate for them, even on top of their babies? Let me tell you something. You can never get rid of the original. See, you are the first. Mm-hmm. You are the first.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this. And we're going to get off this conversation and we're going to go into our money-making moment because we got 10 minutes, y'all. I'm on schedule. I'm on point tonight. Let me ask you this. You don't foresee a world where, and then I'm going to let you make your comment, but I want you to hold this thought, where we all come together and we all gel and we just get along and there's no hatred, there's no abomination, there's no I don't like you because of the color of your skin type mentality. Do you see something like that?
You know.
Hold that thought.
Okay.
Now you was laughing. What was you about to say? I want you to marinate on what I just asked you.
No, okay. I was about to say, I will say that when and I completely get Mr. Stansel with the fight, back. But I think that the best way to fight is for us to, like everybody else, worry about us. You know what I mean? And not everybody else. That's the problem with what's going on. Like when I do things, it's to help off top. Of course I got love for everybody, but not before mine. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's our problem, that we do not put us with any other race of people, and I don't knock it, including white people. It's your job to take care of yours. I'm not tripping.
Hold your thought, Maestro. Go ahead.
I'm not tripping because the white man want to be, I guess the supreme, and they want to take care of theirs, and they don't care about nobody else. Mm-hmm. They supposed to.
That's right.
Because that's their people.
Right.
The Chinese people do it. Mm-hmm. The Mexicans do it. The Pakistanis, the Arabs. Everybody. The only race of people that don't understand that, look, we got to look out for us before anybody. And I think that if we'll win our... Do you know how much we impact popular culture, how much we impact the economy when it comes to buying stuff, because we don't spend in our community, we spend everywhere else. You know how many billions of dollars that black people bring in to the community and to the world.
Hold on one second.
Yes.
I had to stop you right there, because that's not the thing. See, why do I see, if I'm supreme, right, then why do I have to do to you to prove that I'm supreme? Because if I'm supreme, right, it's a natural order.
Yeah, it's just no.
Listen what I'm saying now. Listen what I'm saying. See, let me tell you something. They out here killing us and doing what they're doing to us. Doing them for the land. We don't, like the minister said, we don't have a history of doing to them what they have and still doing to us. That's not the thing. We're not talking about, with them looking out for it. No. But what you doing at what? We don't have that history of doing to them.
What he's saying is,
I understand that.
We need to look out for us.
But see, why do we always have to we don't have to make no excuse when it comes to us about looking out for us. See,
we don't, Maestro,
every time you see that, and what they always do, they try to flip it.
So what's the solution?
What do you mean, what solution?
Like if we, like, basically what I'm saying is, it's time to stop complaining about what somebody not and was doing to us, and we start doing it for ourselves.
When you have a whole system that's set up.
Yeah, that's true.
See, it's true. It's not. See,
but how do you fix that?
No,
that's what I'm trying to understand.
You can't fix a system that was never set up for me and you.
So what do we do?
Can't.
That's my question.
You're asking, listen here. The first thing, you know what I'm saying? See, let me tell you something. You can't knock out that almost 500 years.
That's fact.
See, let me tell you something. Because no one in the history of mankind. No one but us.
Exactly. So the question is, right now, with me, you, JP, and all us here,
we get it.
What do we do?
No,
we keep change the way they're thinking.
We keep working at it. We not going to change what has been passed down for hundreds of years.
Not at all.
We're not going to do it.
That's history.
That's right. See, we keep thinking, how you going to try to change something for hundreds of years? Every 100 years is a century.
But what is the solution? What is the solution?
We doing what we're doing now.
We
keep working at it.
Right.
We keep.
But listen,
what's the name say? James Baldwin. What did he say? To be conscious in America is to always be
angry.
It's to always be angry.
Right.
It's to always be angry.
But you know what? Listen to this, y'all.
I understand where y'all coming from.
Right, but we put people in positions of authority. Okay? Myself included. We're in a position where we can effectuate change. We can move that needle to do something that's going to benefit all of us.
But who you got blocking you?
Okay, black man.
Who you got blocking?
Black man.
But listen,
once again,
I said it. It's a said it moment.
I understand where you're coming from, brother. I understand where you're coming from. You're not gonna get away from what has been passed down for centuries.
That's true, but
that's not what he's saying.
No, but I'm gonna tell you why I cannot agree with that. Any behavior that has been learned can be unlearned. It may take time. It may take 200 years before we realize how to deal. But it starts with the conversations that we having now. It starts with the movements that we making in our communities. It starts with me.
Where do you think we learned all that from?
Listen.
No. Answer that. Where do you think we learned all that from? Answer that now.
Learn what?
Let me tell you something. All the things that everything, all the murder, the rape. Where you think? No, answer that. Where you think black folks learned it from?
From being in America.
No.
Being in America, from white supremacy.
Thank you.
From white supremacy.
Say that
because some of the stuff.
Hold on, brother Stan. So say that again. Say it again, brother.
Everything that you know, everything. Listen, I'm gonna make it real plain.
Thank you.
Everything you learn and speak came out of the white man's
Thank
mouth.
you, brother. Thank you. Thank
Don't
you.
you ever forget that.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother Stancil.
Mr.
You don't speak your language.
Right.
True.
But
it's not your God.
True.
See what I'm saying? See that's why we work at it. Look here. We coming from, we talking Marcus, Malcolm, Donald Elijah Muhammad. We just keep working at it. Once again, we talking hundreds of years. I don't care how you sit here and how many discussions we have. When we talking hundreds of years, you not going to change.
Indoctrination
I completely understand that, but basically, to me, it feel like you saying, okay, it been like this for 400 years. It's gonna stay like that.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
So my point,
that's not what I'm saying.
Right. So, but the only thing I'm saying is that it may take time. Listen. I
don't think in our lifetime we're gonna see it.
And then let me tell you something. I'm a street cat. a cat that been up the prison and up the road. I know.
Where you think I came from?
No, I'm not saying that. But listen, I didn't care nothing.
Let him finish his statement.
I didn't care nothing about the movements and black people helping me. Like, I learned this from y'all, and it changed my mindset, and it got me thinking on a higher level and a more positive level. And if we spread that wealth in the community, it will work. I'm not taking the excuse. I'm not taking the excuse that the white man is they gonna continue to hold us back. Forget that. We need to stand up and do what we do and take care of each other and not worry about what they doing to us.
But that's not my thing. Devil's advocate, but I'm coming back now.
What you think Black Wall Street was? Every time we got
we were taking care of our own.
Every time, and what they do.
The first time
we always bounce back. Every other group, when look at when white supremacy did it to them, guess what? They could, and that's why they do everything to keep us. Because we always. Let me tell you something. I applaud you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let me tell you something. You just keep doing what you're doing.
Right.
You just keep doing what you're doing. See, and it keeps on going. She said it. We won't see it in our lifetime. Guess what? And you won't neither. Odds are. You won't either.
Yeah, but I look at the glass.
You keep fighting.
I look at the glass half full.
Optimistic.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. That's good.
But
you keep fighting. But you keep fighting.
That's like me saying I built up this whole thing only to one day to let some white man, because he feel like he's supreme, gonna come and tear all of it down because what I built up. No, that's not happening. Like I refuse to believe that.
I'm gonna show you something how they couldn't stop you. What happened over
Y'all,
there?
we talking tonight. Yes, we are. Share. Like.
What happened over there? And what happened? You grew bigger, didn't you?
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. You keep what the song I played the other week.
Yeah,
keep rising to the what?
Right.
To the top.
Give it all you got.
Right.
Yes.
See, so what I'm saying, you keep on striving, right? But at the same time, right? We could. Let me tell you something.
Rose.
See, let me tell you something. Just like they tell you, forget about slavery. Are you kidding?
No.
Do you think?
They always say forget about slavery.
So,
but you better never tell a Jew to forget about the Holocaust.
Do you know every black person in America suffered from the effects of slavery?
Right.
Yes.
Every black. I don't care who you are.
Slavery syndrome.
I don't care who you are, how much you got, or what you got.
That's a fact.
See, you think they let you forget about 9/11?
No.
Try telling a Jew to forget about the Holocaust.
Right.
Did the Holocaust happen here in America?
Absolutely.
No.
All right then, but they have a whole movie in it. What it's called? Schindler's what? List.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
But I see, like I said, I think, because I feel like we saying the same thing. You feel me? It's just that I see the glass half full, whereas he sees it half empty, right?
Because you got to look at also our age difference. We've gone through struggles in our lives that you probably will never experience.
Right.
You won't, and I attribute this to the fact that in our education system right now, they do not teach our children our true history.
No, they don't.
Right.
No,
if
they
they
don't
taught
at all.
our children our true history, you would see a different mindset coming from our young people.
Everything on white supremacy is a lie.
Right.
What they teach at school is a lie. It's all a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know in all the HBCUs here in America? Do you know they don't teach? Did you know they don't teach Black history in HBCUs?
Well, they tried to take African studies away.
Yeah,
they tried, but I think Savannah State still got it. I think Dr. Jamal is still there.
And do you know what? All the HBCUs? Look here. If they take Savannah State, it's under the what? The Georgia system.
Mm-hmm. The regents.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Oh, no, you good.
Yeah. So you know, I understand what you're saying, but you just keep doing what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know, but
what I'm doing right now, do you think that it can impact and make a difference in our community?
Of course.
You're already doing it.
As long as once you're doing this, you still pushing that knowledge
to
our young people. Let me say this right here. Let me say this right here. Right here in the city of Savannah, Georgia, we have what you call a historical landmark that they are now trying to take and put a homeless shelter on.
White supremacy once again.
The weeping time where 436 African American enslaved people were sold, the largest slave sale in the history of the United States. And the sad part is this: you have African Americans in this city that's saying, I don't see nothing wrong with putting a Salvation Army on that property.
When you could go through, you go through all these squares, they got statues of
I don't see nothing wrong with them putting that in this community, in a low, marginalized, impoverished community. Black people is saying it's okay.
But
we got a lot of work to do, y'all.
But they want to keep statues of all these murderers and pedophiles in all these squares.
Yes.
And robbers and thieves. That's all it was.
Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, you said it. And Stancil says it all the time. When you have the knowledge and you got to work at, so how you say it, Stancil? Because I've been saying knowledge is power, but you said no, it's different.
Knowledge is only powerful if it's executed upon.
There you go.
Okay? Knowledge is not power by itself. Okay? You're a great woman, but you're only a great woman because you exercise your faith and your passion. Mm-hmm. It's not sitting idle.
Exactly.
Like knowledge.
Yes.
And I feel like when you spread that knowledge, and like I said, it could take a while. It could take a lifetime.
Through this podcast, what you think we're doing?
Right.
Yes.
And that's
you're educating people.
That's the point that I'm making. The point that I'm making is that all these people, all these beautiful fans who watch this show, it's making a difference in their life. It's educating them. It's teaching them about money. It's teaching them about financial literacy. It's teaching them about our black community coming together. Yes. And I feel like as long as we keep doing stuff like that and we plant and embed those seeds in the 26 people that's watching right now, and they embed it into one person in their life and they pass it on, it could take 100 years. But eventually we'll get to the point where we self-sufficient ourselves, and nobody will be able to break that infrastructure. Right now, we don't understand. See, the problem is that we don't understand the power we truly got, bro.
Exactly.
What I said earlier. Yeah. About Black Wall Street.
This day and age.
Let me finish. Go ahead.
Yeah, but this day and age, we don't see. Back then, it was bad, but you got to look at the situation, the power, the numbers, the money that we spend, the way our community spends money in other places.
Because you know why?
Do you understand by design?
I do. I get that, but we have to undesign it.
No.
But listen, Maestro. Listen. There has been conversation in our community. There has been, how would you say, where they come and they tell black businesses, for instance. You have black people that constantly say, I don't want to deal with a black business because they don't give you quality service.
Right.
Now, you will go into an establishment where you have a person of another race that will treat you. Hold on, let me finish. You right.
Huh?
And you take it back. But wait a minute, if you take it back, then they go fix it, right? But then they're saying that, now I'm playing devil's advocate now. Right. If you take it to a black business, then you got attitude. Yeah. And you got, I don't feel ain't nothing wrong with that, take it anyway. You know what I'm saying? And you know, even you have to look at things totally different. Now, we have to continue to educate and let black folk know we have to take care of our own. We have to support that business. And then you pull that person to the side. They might have been having a bad day. Instead of writing a bad review, I remember I read on Facebook, we had the club over here, Liquid Cafe. Young lady went and wrote a bad review. And then the owner said, all she had to do was come to me.
She'd have made it right.
And I would have made it right. Now, if you had a bad experience in a white establishment, they would have went to that person and allowed that person the opportunity to make it right.
How many times they continue to go back to McDonald's and Wendy's and all them other places? And ain't none of that no good for you.
Not good for you at all.
Let me show you something. See, Dr. Francis Quest Wilson, Most black people
we got 5 minutes and then we're gonna have to wrap this up.
White supremacy. When you understand white supremacy.
What's the first part of that you said?
Most black people do not understand white supremacy.
Black people don't. Yeah. I thought you said white people because I'm about to say that's a dirty lie. White people surely understand white supremacy.
That's why I say get the book, the ISIS papers. See, when you begin to understand white supremacy, because white supremacy, boy, this thing is deep, man. I'm telling you, this thing is deep.
It is.
A lot of things, you see, a lot of times folks look at the surface. This thing is deep. White supremacy is deep.
You know what? Let me tell you something. I have people that come to me, and because I am an elected official, and they say things like this, and this is black folk that come to me and say, you know, you don't want to look a certain way in front of the white folk. And you know what I tell them? The hell with how I look. We're going to talk about what's right. And we're going to talk about what's wrong, and we're going to try to make it right. At the end of the day, I don't give a goddamn. Political correctness is completely out the door. When I see the egregious bullcrap that's going on every single day, when I look at this city and I see everybody around me progressing, but you got black folks still downtrodden and heavy laden. Wrong answer. Now we got maybe 5, 10 that's doing okay, while they got what? Thousands that's doing a whole lot better. So let me say this right here. Don't ask me to have a certain look. Don't ask me to be politically correct. That's no longer going to happen. I'm going to call it like I see it.
There you go.
Okay?
Right,
I'm going to call it like I see it, and I'm going to say what needs to be said. Now, I'm not appeasing to nobody. Ain't nobody dangling my strings. I don't owe nobody nothing except for the people that put me downtown to represent them. I want y'all that's thinking we have to have a certain look and we have to act a certain way. Get that thought out your mind.
Nah, man, they want you to have a certain look, but they pay to look like you. They spend thousands to look like you. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing. Shout out to Mr. Stansel, because you just gave me some knowledge when you said execution is the best. Is the best form of knowledge when you execute.
Is the best form of power.
It's the best form of power, and that's what I do. I execute. I get out here and I work.
Yes.
And I put it down. I go hard for us, and I'm gonna continue to do that as long as I possibly can.
Did you talk about the cipher?
Oh yeah. If y'all got anybody, we doing a cipher May 16th.
I'm gonna win it.
You gonna get in it?
No, I'm just kidding.
You gonna drop some bars? No, but we doing a cipher May 16th. If you know anybody that wanna be a part of it, just tell them to hit us up on Port to Port Music Group on any platform. They can inbox us. I'll give them the information as to how they can get in and all that good stuff there, man. So
Maestro, we need to come and do that cipher.
They ain't ready for it.
You gonna rap on it?
Yeah, I can rap.
All right, that's what's up.
I'm gonna come and do the cipher. All I got to do is read off the paper with my poems and stuff.
I'm coming with a mix of DMX, Jay-Z, The Baby.
No. We got to make up our own stuff, man. Stop playing.
I'm just kidding.
Hey,
I ain't kidding. I'm for real. We gonna do the cipher.
I'm not a rapper.
I wish that should have been the caption. The execution of knowledge is wealth.
Is power.
The execution of knowledge is power.
Oh,
hey, I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt, Mr. Stanley.
Hey, we can change that.
I'm gonna give you something else to put on. I'm gonna give you something else to put on too. A smart man can play dumb, but a dumb man can't play smart.
Never.
Oh, Rico.
Never.
Hey, Rico. Hey, inbox me on Facebook, John Outspoken Pierre, and I'll let you know what you need to do to get in the cipher. And yeah.
Okay. Sit down for 5 minutes. He can wait. He can wait. Okay, y'all, we got to talk about the census. Let me tell you why we got to talk about the census. Okay, and we'll come back to that conversation at a later date. White supremacy, what's going on in America right now, and all that good stuff. You know that a lot of people, when you talk about white supremacy and racism and what have you, they look at it as an elephant in the room. Well, guess what?
Can I say something real quick?
What?
Let me tell you something.
Don't say nothing crazy.
No, I'm dead serious. That's not crazy.
Okay.
Now, see, most folks, right? They'll say, no, it ain't. No, it ain't, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see all these killings after the Chauvin verdict?
That's right.
Yeah, that's a response to him being convicted.
Well, guess what? Now, that's what they said. That was the rumor.
Now, I'm gonna show you
Alleged, that's what was
something.
supposed to happen. Uh-huh.
He would have gotten out, but you know what? You know why he got convicted?
Oh, come on now. You know why.
You know why he got convicted?
You know why.
No. Listen to me now. You know why he got convicted? Let me tell you something. Do you know what they lost when that happened? When they tore up Minneapolis? Mm-hmm. See, it was not only going to happen in Minneapolis, right?
It was going to happen all across the country.
All right.
Come on. Yes.
Talk black to me now.
All right. I'm talking black to you, bro.
Okay.
Now, let's talk about the census.
Go ahead.
Y'all, I saw on the news today where New York City, if they had just signed up 89 people, they would have gained an additional congressperson. Now, when you talk about the system of representation is based on a census tract. Did y'all hear what I said? If you have so many people in an area, that determines, in a state, that determines how many seats you get in Congress, how many seats you get in the Senate. 89 people stopped New York from getting an additional congressperson. What you think about that?
I'm sorry, I wasn't even paying attention.
See him?
People calling. I'm sorry, people booking sessions. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm sorry.
But y'all listen, you hear a lot of people say, I'm not taking the census. I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. I don't want them to know my business. Well, y'all got to understand and recognize and realize we live in a country that is surrounded with systems. I hear people saying all the time, let us move out of the United States. Let us not deal with a system. How in the heck you cannot deal with a system? I'm like this. If I pay into the system, I want to get a return on my investment.
Right.
If I'm paying taxes, then I want to get a return on my taxes. And the point that I'm making is when you're dealing with our census, they can't do nothing with your information. Because all they want to know is how many people live in your house, how many people employed, how many people not employed, what's your race and all that good stuff. That will determine what kind of representation you're getting ready to get. Now, another thing, that's going to determine the lines being drawn. You understand? They're getting ready to mess up all these districts. The way we are representing and looking at it, it's all getting ready to change.
And that's why they're trying to wipe the city out.
Yeah, they're going to gerrymander. They're going to do all kind of stuff to get us out. Y'all pay attention. That's all I'm going to say. Pay attention to what's going on. Okay?
That's a fact.
That's all I got to say with that.
Okay, good.
Now, we got our money-making moment, and then we're going to bring our guests on. Yes, you see our guests back there clapping. Yeah. All right, Stan, so let us have that money-making moment.
All right, so I want to piggyback. Thank you, first of all, Alicia, again. I want to piggyback on something you just said about they're going to whiten up the city.
Mm-hmm.
For everybody that's following Alicia on this, I'm going to say this and then I'm going to get into it.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't pay your property tax, they're going to steal your land.
Whoo! Say it again.
I don't care if your mortgage has been paid off for 400 years.
That's right. You know what, Stan? So we have a guest here tonight, Antonio Hunter. He is here to tell everybody how this affected him. Hold on, you coming. He is here to tell everybody what happened to him. Savannah, I want y'all to pay attention. I want y'all to pay attention to what this man is going to tell you that happened to his family's property. Okay? Go ahead, Stancil.
Okay, so I just wanted to drop that on you. Don't lose sight of that. And I wasn't trying to step on your guest, but if you want to keep Savannah black, even if you got to beg, borrow, and steal from each other, and I don't mean steal, but
right.
I mean help each other, keep each other's property tax paid, it's your community. It's your house.
That's right.
Don't let nobody come in and, wow, I was ready to go somewhere. Don't let nobody come in and take your house.
Yes.
So if I got a money-making moment, Alicia, how about that be the money-making moment?
Okay, if you want to keep Savannah black, go pay your property tax.
No, not just that, but what happens?
That's just the comment for the day.
Right, but my thing is, if somebody's out of work and property taxes are due, do what the Christians say, have mercy. Show mercy, show kindness. If you want to keep your hood black, help each other. Don't get caught up in their white skin. They 6 foot tall. They 3 feet. They drive a BMW. Don't get caught up in that nonsense. That's the trappings of the white man. That's how they're going to steal your city.
That's right.
I'm giving you a money-making moment to keep your city black for the next 10,000 years. Help each other. Don't be afraid to go to church and say, Pastor, I can't pay my taxes. Let's have a tax party. Let's have a fundraiser to pay my city taxes.
Yes.
Let's have a fish fry.
Yes.
Let's sell cake. Let's do something. We cannot give up our hood. That's your money-making moment.
All right, y'all heard it now. All of that is going to blend into our conversation and our guests. All right, y'all. Our first guest tonight is none other than the man who ran. Hold on, you got to come in with the music, brother. You got to come in with the music now. Is the man who ran for 6th District Representative, who is on the Cultural Arts Board, who is a mentor for mental health development. He is none other than Antonio Hunter, who is truly a person that's from Savannah, from the west side of Savannah. He is a staple in our community. Come on in, my brother. Come on in.
And a beach bulldog.
And a what?
A beach bulldog.
A beach bulldog.
Beach bulldog. That's right.
Is
that why you got on that gold?
Yeah, that gold. Yeah, I know. My class, we're on our 40th anniversary. So shout out to the class of 1981 AE Beach High School. Okay? I'm here to talk. I'm here to talk about
SHS. Come on, you gotta rock with me.
Okay.
Yes. Y'all, our guest, Antonio Hunter.
Okay.
He's here to tell you all what he had to experience. You got to rock with me.
Okay,
I'm rocking it.
Okay.
Come on, you got to feel it now.
All right.
Yeah, you feel it?
I feel it.
You got to rock like a beach bulldog.
Hey,
don't let this Savannah High be outdo you, baby. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, yes. All right, y'all, listen. I had the opportunity to see a video that Antonio Hunter posted on his Facebook page. And when I saw the video, it hurt me to my heart because he was talking about what had happened to a beautiful piece of property that his uncle had. And the family lost that piece of property. And I just want him to tell you all, and y'all, all of this is going back to our property taxes and the system and the things that we need to do in order to make sure that the legacy that our ancestors, our grandmothers, grandfathers, mothers and fathers, aunts and uncles left for us will not be stolen. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to say stolen. Okay. Mr. Antonio Hunter, thank you so much for being on the show tonight. And we're going to be leaving here by 8:30, I hope and pray. But anyway, listen, tell us what happened that day. I saw you on Facebook, and you were very, very upset.
I was, yeah. I had to go out, purchase a hammer, and bust down the window when my uncle raised me. I don't have no brothers and sisters. This is my mother's baby brother. All of my first cousins, he lived on 40th Street between Waters and I for over 40 years. This is back in the 70s, And okay, let me get it straight right now. he paid his property taxes. He was ill for a long time. He passed away in the hospital a little over a year and a half ago. But by that time he was in the hospital, the white people had come move in. They called it gentrification. But it was a black neighborhood when I was growing up in the 70s and 80s. And I used to go around there to visit my uncle. Okay? Somebody done purchased the house, put it up for auction, and all the artifacts, my childhood pictures, my mother been passed away over going on 30 years in 1994. But all pictures when I was growing up, my diplomas and all kind of stuff that my mother, furniture, antique furniture and stuff like that. It went to my uncle, him. And when he passed away, it should have been passed down to some like those pictures,
the children, right?
Well, me and my first cousin, when we went to the beach back in the 60s and 70s and stuff like that, you know, school pictures, you know, Easter pictures. That's for their children. I don't have any children. Never was married. I had godchildren, but for their children and grandchildren to see, photo albums, stuff like that. That was all there. They just threw it out. The house was empty. You can go to my Facebook page, Antonio Hunter. It happened back in March of like March the 23rd, some of this year here. But I was so disgusted. I busted when I said, they done clean the house out. Where's all our stuff at? Me and my uncle got the same last name, Hunter. You know, I said, they could have contacted me. There's plenty of Hunters from Savannah who are my family, my first cousin and stuff. My mother was a Hunter. She had an older brother, older sister, and a younger brother. All along past, her younger brother just passed away. And he was a Hunter too. So they could contact us. They didn't have to do us like that. So I bust the window open. The white neighbors next to, like I said, it was black living across the street next to us. All the women, Post Lodge, Carter,
Gibson Carter.
Her husband, Sam Carter, grandparents live right across the street from us. I saw them when they was coming up. I used to go around there. You know, they all graduated from Savannah High. But I used to come out there in my Bulldog t-shirt, you know, like
there you go. There you go.
Okay, but anyway,
don't even say it, Maestro. I already know you're going to say something.
We love our colors, you know. We love the blue and gold, the blue and white, the gray and burgundy. You know, what our high school colors
were. The red and black.
Yeah, but we was close. But now, white people from, I don't know where they're from, they got license plates from all out of state. You know, from coast to coast, New York, California, and all in between. You know, I brought up my uncle's house. He just passed away a little over a year ago.
But you know what the sad part is? I asked you, I said, what happened? How come nobody communicated with you all? What happened with his mail? What happened with his mail and what have you?
He lived in a nursing home for over a year because he was in a coma. When he got a coma, he was like in a vegetarian state. You know, so nobody couldn't take him. I stayed with him for a while. I just moved back from Athens, Georgia. And he was ill. He was 70 years old when I moved back, and he passed away at 78. And all those years, I was taking care of him. When I got my own apartment, got settled back in Savannah, Georgia, I still would go over to take care of him. I would pay the property taxes because he had to save money because he was getting a senior citizen's retirement check. And stuff. I would pay all his bills for him, go to the grocery store shopping. I took care of him. When he had to go to the hospital, I was the first one they called. So it happened, I was out of town to a meeting the day that he caught a stroke. And he was in a coma, and they were looking for him to pass. Comatose state, yeah. They were looking for him to pass, but he stayed in that state for a little over a year and a half. The hospitals, the nursing homes.
So the bottom line is, they had your...
Yeah.
He was the emergency contact.
Yeah, but they took over his bills and everything. He had health
insurance. They put a conservator in charge of his bills.
And I even talked to my first cousin about it because they called them. They went to the hospital to see them. When I came back in town, they told me my uncle was in the hospital, but they wouldn't let nobody handle his finances. Like I used to handle his finances, you know, while I was staying there, and while he was able to call me on the phone, and I can come over there to see him. You know, because like I said, I had my own apartment and I was doing my own stuff too. You know. But yeah, then they took me to jail.
So let me ask you this: go what now?
They took me to jail. The police officer they say you got a felony for breaking in somebody. I said that's my uncle's house. They said no, somebody done bought that house and everything. I spent the night in jail. No, it wasn't long, but I keep the paper. They dropped all the felony charges and everything, and they just said the man who bought the house. Morris Johnson, I don't even know who Morris Johnson is. He didn't get in contact with me. He didn't get in contact with any of my family members. You know, but still, yeah, he told me I had to pay him $200 on the paper. They said unless I would have had a year probation, I'd pay him $200 for breaking the window. You know, I told him,
breaking the window because that was a house that was in your family for 40 years. Now, let me tell y'all, this is what's happening. This is what's happening. As he stated earlier, gentrification is real. Gentrification in our black communities is real. And the way they're gentrifying our communities is if you have an elderly person or you have property and you haven't paid the property taxes, the elderly person hasn't paid their property taxes, they go and they purchase that property off the courthouse steps the first Tuesday of every month. The first Tuesday of every month, y'all. They purchase that property. And what they do is they have 1 year and 1 day before the family can come and say, I want to pay these past due taxes. Okay? So now what happens is if they go in and they renovate, not only do you have to pay the past taxes, you have to pay for the renovation and you have to pay 20% additional on top of the back taxes.
House. I just want the stuff that was in the house that was
But no, I understand what you're saying.
I didn't care about the house because I got a property of my own, you know. So
but no. Listen. You got to care about the house. We want you to care about the house because you could have took as an heir of that property, you could have sold that house and could have got a whole lot more for that house as opposed to what they sold it on the courthouse steps for. But now let me tell you this piece of information. Once the house is sold, the county is only supposed to take the property taxes amount. Okay? Now, anything over the amount of property taxes actually goes to the person whose name is on the house or to the family. Another thing I want to tell y'all, make sure that if a family member passes away, your mama, your dad, your aunt, your uncle, your cousin, your brother, your sister, whoever, if they leave, make sure that you get the property probated. Okay? Make sure you get the property probated. What I have found is there are a lot of people that now the parents have passed on. And because they never took anything out of the parents' name, now they need things done to the property. They can't afford it, but they can't get anything done because it's not in their name. You understand? So get it probated. And I just wanted to bring him on because he is a living witness.
Alderwoman Blakely. Yeah, because, you know, like I'm a public figure now. Like I said, I was appointed to 2 boards, you know, and I ran for office. So people know me and my Facebook page. You know, I post a lot of information on my Facebook page, you know, about what happened, even when I got out of jail that next day. I told you, yes, I got the same cloak. I just got out of jail for what happened. It was all that could have been avoided.
Yes.
You know, if they would have let me get my family stuff out there. It's like they didn't know who I was because my name was written on stuff in their house. Like they didn't know who my uncle was. He lived right there for over 40 years. The people across the street, they didn't know him. You know, somebody could claim.
But you know what that was? They did not do their due diligence.
Yes,
because you were the emergency contact for your uncle.
But
now, and I'm sure.
But they said, so they had to contact the second person, which was my first cousin, and they let her handle the business. But she just came in out the blue. She didn't know anything about it. I the one took care of him.
She didn't know that they were selling the property.
No, she didn't know that neither.
They didn't even let her know.
They didn't let her know.
So what happened was they just probably gave that property to a conservator.
That's what they do. Once again, I'm gonna say this. See, when you don't understand white supremacy. See, when you don't understand white supremacy, just like I said earlier. See, when we get through with everything else. See, just like with the people all over in Carolina, even here in Georgia, all in the water. See,
them just taking property, graveyards.